Hey there, everybody. CP Cards and Dice. Welcome to another presentation of our exhibition season for our Time Travel Baseball League, our Draft League. And this is going to be game 3. The Chomskys have had some trouble scoring runs, and this is game 3, so they're looking to avoid the sweep. They're bringing it with Mike Norris on the mound. He'll be facing Don Drysdale for the Dudes. And, of course, the Chomskys are at home. And leading off for the Dudes is Honus Wagner, the shortstop. Batting second is Davey Lopes, the second baseman. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, batting third. Mickey Mantle in center field. Cleanup, Gary Carter, the catcher, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Eddie Murray, switch hitting first baseman. Gus Zernial, he was a star of the 11-inning game earlier today. He hit a grand slam. Kenny Reitz, the third baseman, and it's Don Drysdale on the mound. And when we get to the Chomskys' half of the inning, we will go over their lineup. The defense for the Chomskys is Jimmy Pearsall in left, Big McBride in center, and Roberto Clemente in right. And in the infield, it's going to be Gene Tennis playing third, Rick Burleson at short, Nellie Fox at second, and Keith Hernandez at first. It's Rudy York, the catcher, and Mike Norris, the pitcher. So let's get started. Time Travel Baseball, you play with 2d6, and the red represents the pitcher, and the white represents the batter. When you throw doubles, then you got to pull a card, and the picture, the image, will tell you if it's off the batter or the pitcher. Let's get started. Here's the pitch from Norris, who's a tough pitcher. And that is going to be a low red. So that's going to go to the batter's card. It's a 10 off the bat card, and that's a single for Honus Wagner with a plus sign, which is an automatic stolen base. So he is a terror. Wow, he is worth $4, which is millions, I guess. I don't know, or billions, who knows. But he is something else. Davey Lopes. Here's a pitch from Norris, and that's a 3 off Lopes, and that's a strikeout. More off of Norris, and he strikes out Lopes. 1 away. Here's Dwight Evans, and that's an 8. That's a chop ground out. And holding is going to be Wagner. That's 2 down. And here's Mickey Mantle. And that is a 7 off the pitcher. It's a take a gamble with a runner on second base. These are always interesting. These are a lot of fun. So we look with a runner on second base. We look at the second base. Shortstop playing too deep. Dribbler goes for a short single. Alert, which he is because he's at home. Third baseman swoops across the play and throw the batter out at first base. So Gene Tennis comes out of nowhere, picks it up barehanded, fires to the first baseman, Keith Hernandez, and that retires the side. Lovely game. A lot of fun. So I'm getting used to these cards now. It starts off with one thing, and then it says, but if this, then this happens. And that's always kind of cool. All right, so Don Drysdale with the first pitch. Oh, and the lineup for the Chomsky is going to be Jimmy Pierce, the left fielder. He batted .293. Nellie Fox at .311, batting second at second base. The cleanup hitter, the third hole hitter, Keith Hernandez, the first baseman at .344. Roberto Clemente in right field, batting fourth at .351. Gene Tennis at third base. He didn't bat very high. He batted. He's not there. He's there for his on-base percentage. He batted .230. He has a very high on-base percentage. Has a lot of walks. Rudy York, I believe, batted .307. He is the catcher, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Rick Burleson at .264. Bake McBride batting. That's Burleson's seventh. Batting eighth is Bake McBride at I believe it's .309 in center field, and then Mike Norris. All right, we roll. It's a 5 off the batter, and that's a ground ball and through the left side for base hit. So the Chomskys have a runner on. Now, it never fails when I try to hit and run, something goes wrong. But we're not going to give up. Eventually, something has to go right. So here's a hit and run chart. Let's roll 2 dice, see what happens. Hopefully we don't get a strikeout. That's a 3 off the pitcher, and that's a strikeout. So it's goodness gracious. Unless he's daring, and he is not. That's the problem. If he was daring, he'd steal the base. Oh, actually, no. Lead runner caught stealing. Others advance one base. So daring runner on second steals third. So I guess if that was a hit and run with a runner on first and second. So it's a strike him out, throw him out once again. I think that's like the third time that's happened to me. So caught stealing. And it's going to be 2-6. So 2 outs now. And here's Keith Hernandez. That's an 11 off the pitcher, and that's a lead runner picked off. There's nobody on base, so I guess we're going to roll again. So he had a good pickoff move, obviously. That's a 7. That's a gamble card with nobody on base. And we look at fielder, Mickey Mantle. I don't know that he's a star center fielder. Let's see if he's a star. He's a star center fielder. Long run and leap of the wall robs batter of a hit. Otherwise, deep drive caroms off center field wall. Fast batter speeds to third for a triple. Daring batter rounds third, trying inside the park home run. Consult umpire. Very cool. But in this case, it's a star center fielder makes the catch. And that retires the side. All right, so it's Gary Carter leading it off. And that's a 7. We're going to pull a card. That's a gamble card with nobody on, and it says double into the right center gap. Star second baseman makes a leaping catch. I believe with a tough pitcher at home, everybody's a star. So it's going to be infield lineup. And let me just check that real quick. Pretty sure that's the way it is. The tough, let me see if we can find that. Tough pitchers. All right, here it is. Tough pitcher has a tough rating canceled at any time during the. Okay. Canceled tough rating is restored. Whenever a tough pitcher is toiling on the mound, all his teammates are star fielders. Visiting team's tough pitcher has his tough rating canceled any time during the game when both rival pitchers are designated as tough. Yep. All right. So Eddie Murray, the batter, he's a switch hitter, batting lefty, and that's going to be a 7, but off Murray, and that's a fly ball. Center field. Right there is McBride, and he squeezes it for the out. This is Zernial. Zernial is the hero of the 11-inning game where he hit a grand slam. That's a 6 off Zernial, and that's a slow ground ball charged by Burleson. Fires on the run, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the second. Bobby Clemente against Don Drysdale. That's a 3 off Bobby, and that is a little bloop that dunks in front of the left fielder, Zernial. Runner on first. He's fast. And pitch from Drysdale. That's a 7, and that's a gamble with a runner on first. Let's see if this is good news for the Chomskys. They need some. Okay, walk as ump rules. Batter checked his swing. Hartlick pitcher gets ejected for a tough pitcher. Asks ump to get help, who then rules strikeout. Nice. He is a tough pitcher, and he gets the strikeout. All right. And let me see what it says about. Let me see the rules again on a tough pitcher. There's something about that. All right. Pitchers that both start. Hartlick pitchers. Wait a second. All right. Well. All right. Pitchers that are both start and appear in relief may have the ace rating in one capacity and not the other. This is always clearly designated in the flashcards. Note on pitching ranks. Thus, a tough pitcher whose rank has been canceled will still benefit from gamble descriptions. Okay, that's what I want to know. All right, so we got the runner on first, Clemente. There's 1 out, and it's Rudy York. Rudy York has good power, and we're hoping that's, again, a gamble card for Rudy York. And the runner's on at first. It's a single, runner to third. Out at third, if center fielder is a star. He is a star. So it's going to be first to third. Runner leaves game injured and misses the next 3 games. So Clemente is going to be out for 3 games. That's not good. And we will play injuries. All right, let's get we're going to put Bob Baylor in right field. Actually, you know what? We're going to put Rick Manning in center field, and then we're going to put McBride in right field. So Clemente's out. Well, no, hold on a second. It's a single. And Clemente's going to try for third. Here's the throw, and he is out, and he is down. Tagged out, and we'll make that 8-5. No, let's do that again. Single. Clemente go try for third. Tagged out, 8-5. He's going to be helped off the field. And then runner to third, out at third. If center field is a star, he is. Runner leaves game injured and misses next 3 games. All right. So now there's 2 outs with a runner at first. Here in the bottom of the second, it's Rick Burleson. Batted .278. And we're going to make a couple changes as soon as this inning's over on defense. And that's going to be a 12 or a 6 and a 6 doubles. So we're going to pull a gamble card. And it shows a batter. So that's going to be a pop fly double. And a pop fly double means runner advances 2 bases with 2 outs, all runners score. So this is going to be an RBI double for Burleson, clutch, and he's on at second base. The Chomskys are up 1-0. Bake McBride is next, and that's an 11 off of McBride's card, and that is a ball that's ripped in the gap. That's going to roll to the wall past Mickey Mantle, who plays it off the wall. This is going to score run number 2. And Gamble and Bake McBride is in there with an RBI, 2-out RBI double. And here's the pitcher spot. 2-0 Chomskys. And that's a double 5. That's going to be off the pitcher. And that is a pitch hits the batter. Ouch. And he's not going to rub it. So the pitcher heads down at first base. That puts runners on first and second. Here comes Pearsall. So far, 4 batters have reached in this inning. And that is a 6, and it's a slow ground ball. Second baseman, Lopes, flips to shortstop Wagner, and that retires the side. But the Chomskys pick up a couple of runs. They lead it here in the third, 2-0. Kenny Reitz against Mike Norris. That's doubles, double 5s, and that is going to be off the batter. That's ripped in the alley, and that's going to roll to the wall. Big McBride gets it in, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Kenny Reitz. Next is Don Drysdale. And with a runner on second base, a sacrifice. Is he a good bunter? No. Well, oh, wait. He's a dangerous batter. He's a dangerous batter, so we're going to get a dangerous card there. There we go. Here's a pitch, and that is a 9. It's a hard ground ball. And a hard ground ball says runners advance 1 base and alert defense double play if there's a runner on first. There's no runner on first, so it's going to be a grounder up the middle. Nice play by Burleson over to first, and that moves the runner over to third now with a 1 out. It's early in the game. We're going to concede the run. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to play the infield in. And that is doubles, double 2s. And on the batter's card, and that is going to be ball 4. So this is going to be a walk and a stolen base. Honus Wagner is a beast. He steals a base every time he gets on. And he plays all these positions. No wonder he's so expensive. All right. Stole like 3 or 4 bases in this 3-game series so far. Davey Lopes, second and third, infield still in, trying to prevent that first run from scoring. That's a 9, and that's a hard ground ball. Hard ground ball, runners advance, alert defense turns a double play. Runner on first base is out. So, let's see how we. Oh, wait, hard ground ball. I think. Wait a second. Infield is in. Playing the infield in with a runner on third and 1 out or less. So hard ground out. Batter reaches first on a fielder's choice. Okay, so they throw out Reitz at the plate. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. 4-2. Reitz is out. And runner advances and runners on at first. All right. So 2 out. Here's Dwight Evans. First and third now. Infield is back. And that's a 9, and that's popped up. Nellie Fox. And we go to the bottom of the third. 2-0. Nellie Fox leading it off. And that's double sixes. Going to be off the batter, and that's going to be pulled down the line into the right field corner. Dwight Evans plays on hop and throws it into second, and sliding under the tag is Nellie Fox with a leadoff double. Keith Hernandez. And that's a 5 off Hernandez's card. That's going to be a single, and that should score, and it does. Around to score is Nellie Fox, 3-0 Chomskys. Keith Hernandez with an RBI single. And here, Bobby Clemente's out. Let's see, did we ever put Manning in? I thought we did put Manning in. I guess not. Let me exit, put him in when he was supposed to come in. All right, let's do that after the first inning, I guess it was. Or I guess it was in the second inning. Wait a second. Top of the second. There it is. Let's get home team gets a new center fielder. And it's going to be Manning. And then and I can fix the other thing. Easy. All right, so it's Rick Manning up. There's a pitch with a runner on first. It's a 9 off the pitcher, and that's an infield pop-up. It's going to be the first baseman making the catch. 1 away. Here's Gene Tennis. And that's a 3 off Tennis. That's it, ball 4. That puts runners on first and second. Bottom of the third, 3-0. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was in my own world here late at night. I didn't think anybody was 1:30 a.m. And if you're on the East Coast, this is 2:30. David is talking, just turned it on. Where are you looking for? That's correct. You do not cancel the tough ratings on a gamble cards. Hello. Ivan, how are you, brother? You know who was here earlier? Well, who didn't make it earlier? Ivan is captain, the captain. He's the one that's been playing this for 40 years. Turbocharged Sports, welcome. Doing fine. I was about to start my own gaming. I'm playing on my dial racing 57 convertible race. Decided I thought cool seeing people play time trial on YouTube. Yep. All right, so where are we here? We're in the bottom of the third. There's first and second, 1 out, and it's Rudy York. York has a pretty good card. He's got a home run at 11. Which I don't see that very often. He's got a home run at 1-1, which is good. Double and a single, 2 doubles in 5-5 and 6-6. So he's got a pretty good card. I'm pretty happy with that. Double 5s, we're going to pull a card, and that looks like the pitcher. 5-5 is a hit by pitch, so that loads the bases. So bases are loaded for Rick Burleson, and Rick Burleson's 1 for 1. He's got an RBI double. Infield is going to be back with the bases loaded, nobody, and 1 out. We're going to play the corners in and the middle halfway for double play. And that's going to be a 4 off Burleson, and that is ball 4. That's going to force in a walk. So one more batter, I believe it's we got to pull. Well, actually, he's a workhorse, so he can be in there. All right, Bake McBride, lefty hitter, batted .309. I picked him from the scrub pile. That was a good deal. I gave up a catcher and I picked up McBride, who's a 300 hitter and plays good right field. He's the right fielder right now since Clemente is going to be out for a couple games, at least 3 games. Bake McBride with the bases loaded and 1 out. Again, we have the corners in and the middle halfway. And that double force, and that is going to be off the batter, and that's a strikeout. And here comes Mike Norris. That's a 5. That's a deep fly ball to left field. Back is Zenial, and he takes it for the out. That retires the side. And the Chomskys pick up 2 more runs. They lead it 4-0. Mickey Mantle against Mike Norris. That's a 9 off Mantle, and that's a hard ground ball at the second baseman Fox. Over to first. 1 down. Gary Carter. That's a 4 off Carter, and that's a deep fly to left field. Back goes Pearsall on the track and hauls it in for out number 2. And here's Eddie Murray switch hitting first baseman. And that's a 4 off the pitcher. That's a pop-up. And that's to the left side, Gene Tennis and Burleson. Who's going to get it? And it's Burleson comes out of nowhere. He's in charge out there. Tennis is not really a third baseman. He's more of a catcher, but we're playing him at third base. Jimmy Pearsall. Bottom of the 4th. Don Drysdale, who struggled in this game. That's a 4 off Drysdale, and that's ball 4. Again, Drysdale's having control issues. Nellie Fox. And we're not going to try anything at this point. That's going to be a 3, and that's a strikeout. We're lucky we didn't, because that would have been a strike him out, throw him out. That is a little silly. Too many of those. That should happen, but that's not. Doesn't happen every time. All you do is usually just hit a grounder when it's a hit and run, just to avoid the double play. All right, and here's Keith Hernandez. That's going to be 9 off Hernandez, and that's a hard ground ball. And if they're alert, they are not. So runner's going to advance. He's going to be to second base. Out number 2. And Rick Manning. And that's an 8 off of Manning. Chopped back to the pitcher. Over to first, and that retires the side. We go to the top of the 5th inning. You're watching exhibition season for time travel baseball. The league is about to start soon. Not exactly sure what day it's about to start, but meanwhile, we'll play exhibition games. Gus Zernial, he hit a grand slam in the 11th-inning game earlier today. And Chomsky's want to avoid a sweep. They lost the first 2 games. They sent out Seaver and Vita Blue, and they still got beat. And here's Mike Norris against Gus Zernial on the top of the 5th inning. There's a pitch. And that's a 5 off the pitcher. That's a slow roller to the shortstop, Burleson, who comes in charging and fires on the run and gets his man. Zernial is out. Kenny Reitz now. And that's a 3, ball 4. Reitz walks. He's on at first. Dangerous batter, Don Drysdale. That's a 6, and that's a sharp ground ball. There's going to be a double play. It's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. And that retires the side. And we go to Gene 10 in the bottom of the fifth inning. 4-0 Chomsky's. And that's a 10 off of Drysdale, which is a strikeout. So Tennis swings and misses at a Drysdale curveball. Here's Rudy York with a snake eyes. And that is off the pitcher, which is a home run with a check mark. I don't know what the check mark means. Let me see. Let me look here real quick. Home run with a check mark means, on the pitcher card, clutch pitching. With runner on second and third, pitcher gets clutch strikeout. It's a home run. Rudy York drives one deep to left field. Back goes Zernial to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. Yes, sirree. Rudy York producing like he's paid to produce. Hit the long ball for us. 5-0 Chomsky's. Here's Rick Burleson. And that is a double 5. We're going to pull a card to see who we get. That's a pitcher card. So we're going to look off the pitcher, 5-5. And that is a deep fly ball. Left center field. On the run is Mantle. Will he get there? Yes, he does. All right. And next is Bake McBride. Pitch from Drysdale. That's a 9 off Drysdale, and that's an infield pop-up. It's going to be the first baseman, Murray, in foul territory near the stands. He reaches in, and does he have it? No. Yes, he does. The umpire raises his hand and shows the out. And here's Honus Wagner leading off. He's 1 for 1. He's got a single stolen base and a walk and a stolen base. Mike Norris. It's 5-0 Chomsky's in the top of the sixth inning. That's a 9 off of Honus Wagner, and that's ripped to short. Burleson up, fires the first. 1 down. Davey Lopes. That's a 10 off the pitcher. That's strike 3, and Lopes flails at a ball outside the strike zone. Here's 2 outs, and Dwight Evans with a 7 off Evans, and that's a high fly. Let's get McBride in right field. There he is. There's McBride, and he squeezes it for the out. Mickey Mantle will lead off the top of the 7th. Now we go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's going to be Mike Norris. It's going to be a 7 off of the pitcher, and that's a pop-up into shallow left field. Zernial races in, and he makes the catch. 1 away. 5-0 Chomsky's. Trying to avoid the sweep. Jimmy Pearsall. Oh, that's double 4s. Usually a strikeout. And that is the batter, and that is a strikeout. Nellie Fox. Nellie Fox is 1 for 3 today. He's got a double. That's a 7 off Fox, and that is a fly ball. Center field, 2 out. And here's that's 3 outs. Now it's Mickey Mantle. Here's a pitch from Norris. That's an 11 off Mantle, and that's a deep drive. Right center field, Bake McBride to the track, and that's gone. Mickey Mantle with an 11 home run. Ouch. And it's Gary Carter. 5-1. That's a 10 pitcher. That's a strikeout. Carter swings and misses. And a Mike Norris fastball. 1 out. And that's a 7. That's a gamble card. Eddie Murray's at the plate. There's nobody on, so it's popped up to the catcher. But if he's a 0, and Rudy York is a 0, he blows an easy put out. Batter gets a single, extra effort batter, a double. And they just told me what the extra effort was. I think, let me look on my phone. Hold on. Just told me what they showed me twice. Let me just check. I have the me see. Extra effort means with nobody on base, it's a hit by pitch, I believe. Bases are empty, it's a hit by pitch. All right, so we got a runner on. That's a good thing. And it's Zernial now with one out and one on. Top of the seventh, 5-1 Chomsky. Here's a pitch Norris. That's a 7 off Zernial, and that is a high fly. Left field, Pearsall over. And that is out number 2. Here's Kenny Reitz, pitch from Norris. And that's an 8. Strike 3, and that retires the side. So Norris comes back after the hit by pitch. Keith Hernandez leading it off against Drysdale. And it's a 7 off Drysdale. We're going to pull a card and nobody on. It's going to be a pop fly double. Batter takes third as left field juggles the ball for an error. A star left field is a high fly out. What is Zernial? Is he a star? Because Zernial is not a star, so that's going to be a, what do we say? It's going to be a ball. So batter takes third as the left fielder juggles it. So it's a double and an error. And then there's an error on the left fielder. All right, so we got the a leadoff batter is on at third with nobody out. The infield's going to come in. Here's Rick Ryan. That's a 6, and that's a sharp ground ball. And I don't remember if that's what does that mean with the. All right, batter lead runner is at home. Both pressure play and extra effort or automatic singles. So I guess a sharp ground ball with nobody out, he's going to automatically hold. That's a house rule. So it's going to be a grounder at Honus Wagner, who looks the runner back to third and throws out Manning at first. So that's 1 out now. Now he goes. So if this is another grounder, he's going to go. Let's see what happens here. That's 4, which is a base on balls. That puts runners on first, and Tennis is getting a ton of walks, by the way, even though that's off the pitcher card. So he gets a lot of walks. Doesn't hit very much, but he has power. And it's going to be Rudy York with first and third and only 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Chomskys. I'm glad Turbo says, Turbocharged Sports says, hey, Tony, loving this game. Yeah, I'm loving it too since I'm winning for once. I don't win very often. And that's a 7 off Drysdale. That's going to be a gamble card. Here's with a runner on third. It's going to say single center field, star shortstop, makes a nice leaping grab. Wagner. What is Wagner? Is he a star? He is a star. But hold on a second. All right, he is a star, so he's going to make a leaping grab. Makes a nice leaping grab of a hot smash. Runners hold. All right, that's fair enough. I'll accept that. And I don't think that the wiping out of by the tough situation affects that because that is a gamble card. So gamble card still stays in effect. All right, so it's going to be Rick Burleson. Rick Burleson with runners on first and third and 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Chomskys. Chomskys have a chance to break it open here with Burleson. And that's going to be a 5 off Drysdale, and that's a deep fly ball. Left center field on the run is Zernial, and he runs it down to retire the side. Got a good jump on that ball. Read it well off the bat. And it's going to be the pitcher now leading off, and I guess it's time for a hitter. Who do we got? Who can we bring in? Willie Mays Aikens. He's a lefty. He'll pinch hit. And then we're going to bring in Tug McGraw. You got to believe. All right, Willie Mays Aikens is going to step in to pinch hit here in the top of the 8th inning. And here's a pitch from Norris. And that is a 10 off of Akins, and that is, oh, since he's a lefty, he gets the split advantage, and that's going to drop in for base hit. Dunks one in there. Wait a second. There you go. It's going to be a single. So the Dudes have a dude on first base. Honus Wagner. This guy's a trip. And that is a 9 off Wagner. It's a hard ground ball. And the alert defense is going to turn it. It's going to go 6-4-3 double play. 2 down. And here's Davey Lopes. That's an 8 off the pitcher, and that's strike 3, and that retires the side. So Norris comes back strong with the pitcher's best friend, the double play, and then a strikeout. We have a new pitcher. It's going to be, you got to believe. And Bake McBride, the lefty, is leading off. Score is 5-1, Chomsky's. Nobody. 5-1, Chomsky's. The crowd is back into it. All right. So here's the pitch from Tug McGraw. And that's going to be a 3 off on McBride's card, and that is going to be a strikeout. Pitcher Norris. It's a 10, and that's a strikeout. Top of the order, Pearsall. He's oh wait. Yeah, he's 1 for 3 today. He's singled, grounded out, walked, and struck out. And that's going to be a 5 off the pitcher. And that's a slow ground ball charging at his Lopes, and Lopes throws him out to retire the side. We're going to have a couple of changes. We're going to put Tennis at catcher. And we're going to put our third baseman is going to be Ray Knight. Going to come in. Making defensive changes. We got a 2 catcher now and a 3 third baseman. Let's see, Ray Knight at third base. Who else can I improve? That's it. It's all good now. All right, Dwight Evans is leading off the top of the 9th inning against Mike Norris. We're letting him go the complete game. And that is an 8 off Norris, and that's a swing and a miss by Dewey Evans, and he goes down on strikes. 1 away. Here's Mickey Mantle. And that's an 11, which is a deep drive off the bat of Mantle. And Manning back to the track, and that ball is out of here. The second home run for Mick today. And that check means, what does that mean? That means on the batter card, it means clutch hitting home run if it makes or breaks a tie game. Otherwise, use result on card. Well, it's still a home run. All right. So Gary Carter now with 1 out. 5-2. Here's the pitch, and that is a 7 off Carter, and that's a high fly. Center field, Manning. And he puts it away, 2 down. So the Dudes have their last dude at the plate, potentially, with 2 outs. This is their last out. Let's see what happens. Norris with a 9er, and a 9er is an infield fly. And it's going to be batting from the left side. It's going to be Ray Knight calling for it, and that's the ball game. The Chomskys win their first exhibition game, and it's the score is 5-2. Chomsky's with 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 8 left on base. The Dudes had 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on base. The victory is going to go to Mike Norris. I was going to say Chuck Norris. The loss is going to go to Don Drysdale. And Mickey Mantle hit 2 solo shots. And that is the ball game. Hey, Captain Carl, yes. Ivan Diaz wanted to talk to you, Captain Carl. No. I read the post. You didn't confuse me. There was one thing you said. I can't remember. Yeah. No, it made sense. It made sense. So, I mean, this is a heck of a game. This is a lot of fun. I mean, the gamble cards bring in a lot of drama to this game. So it's really nice. It's really easy to play. It plays fast. It's got a nice narrative, a story behind it. It's got a little bit of, a couple of different things going on here. It's got a little bit History Maker baseball, a little History Maker baseball flair, with the drama and the narrative and the explanations of this happens, but if this person's this thing, if they have this quality, then they come through and they make a sliding, diving, tumbling grab of the ball to rob the batter of a double, or if this batter is this, then he throws out the runner at trying to stretch it, take an extra base. So that's an aspect of this game that's super nice, and it's really a pleasure to play this game. It plays fast, and I'm going to have a lot of fun playing the home teams. You don't have to play every game; you just play the home games, and you just keep the stats. And iScore does that for me, so that'll be easy. And it's going to be fun. Just learning the game, because really I don't know the game at all, really, to be honest with you. Everything that happens is like new to me. So I'm learning all the different symbols and trying to see which ones I'm going to use and which ones I don't want to use. And I want to have a rematch. It's going to be, so I'm playing this whole series again because it took me a long time to cut the cards. It took me all day to cut the cards, to be honest with you. And then to put them into packs of left fielders, right fielders, center fielders. It took me all day to do that. So now I want to at least, and then I had to pick out the players for this team. That was a whole nother thing. So now I want to play this team through a couple of times, and then I'll pick another team and I'll do that the same thing. But I do want to have a rematch. Tom Terrific. I want him to rematch an ace. What a pitcher he is. Where is he? Warren Spahn. Holy smokes. Guy's a beast. So throws lefty. And then we're going to bring in Seaver. So that's going to be a good game. And I'll probably have that in the morning, early in the morning. Before I go to work, I try to get a game in. Today I play the whole game of Fall Classic in the morning before going to work. J.R. Richard is there. Tom Seaver. Surprised Tom Seaver was 71 seasons, not an ace. He was like 176 ERA. Anyway, Mike Norris gets a victory, so that's a good thing. And everybody there stays the same. Fine bunter. Warren Spahn's a battler. Oh, that's what you were saying, Carl. You were telling me that a battler is supposed to be dangerous, but They got a battler card, so that's what I'm using. Because if he's dangerous, then he says danger on it, and it doesn't say danger; it says battler. See, I got a battler bat. See that? That's the thing you were saying to me that confused me a little bit. So he should bat as a battler because it says he's a battler. So that's how I'm interpreting it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You said something about an ace. If an ace is at home and he's a battler, he becomes dangerous. That's what you said. What does impact play, however, is when you time travel to. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not time traveling right now. I'm barely surviving it at this time, let alone travel to a different time. Then then I'll definitely won't come back. I'll get lost over there and I'll never be back. So he's a battler here. And I'm looking forward to this game. I could start this game until I get tired. I'd love to see what's going to happen here against Seaver again. What do you think? Seaver against Spahn. What do you think is going to happen? The only problem is Warren Spahn has no home runs on his card. Seaver has a home run at 1-1, which killed him in the last game. Plus, I don't have Roberto Clemente in this game. And I'm gonna put Manning batting 8th. And Tennis is gonna move up to the 4th slot. So let's set up this game. Let's start playing it just to see. Let's play a few innings. If I get tired, I get tired. If I have energy, I'll play it through. No, let's do it again. Home is the Chomskys are at home, and the dudes are on the road. We'll make this a doubleheader. That's what we'll do. You guys are night owls. What's up with this? This is like the Late Late Show. When I was a kid, there used to be the Late Show, the Late Late Show, and then the Late 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 Show, which would start at like 3 in the morning. All right, Mike Norris is out, and we're going to bring in Tom Terrific, which I'm looking forward to. I want to see him dominate. And Clemente's out. He's going to be out for 3 games. And we're going to put Tennis in the 4th spot, York in the 5th spot. And then Manning's coming in, and he's going to be in the 8th spot. Manning's going to be at center field. And then McBride's moving to right. He's actually a right fielder on his card primarily, but he can play center. So that's that. Now let's go and just pop in Warren Spahn, and that's all I'm doing with the visiting team. Their new pitcher. And here goes. We're ready to start the game. Honus Wagner against Tom Terrific. And that's going to be a 9, and that's a hard ground ball to the shortstop, Burleson. 1 down. So it's good to get this guy out. Here's Davey Lopes. And that's a 3. That's a deep fly off the bat of Lopes. Left center field, and Pearsall runs it down. 2 down. Looks like an easy inning. And that's a doubles 5 from the pitcher card, and that is a short single. I spoke too soon. Little ground ball and squirts through the infield into left. 1 on, 2 out. Here's Mickey Mantle. Watch Mantle drive one out of the park. That's a 3, and that's a deep fly ball to center field. Back goes Manning to the track and makes the catch. It looked like it was going to carry, but then hung up there. Wind must be blowing in from center field. And Jimmy Pearsall leading off the bottom of the 1st. Warren Spahn is a beast. That's a 9 off Pearsall, and that's a hard ground ball up the middle. Will Wagner get there? He does. Spins, throws to first, and low, scooped out by the first baseman Murray for the out. Nellie Fox. And that's a 4 off spawn, and that's popped up, foul territory. And the third baseman, Tennis, hauls it in, 2 down. And here's Keith Hernandez, 22. We're pulling a card, and that's off the pitcher. And that's line and caught by the second baseman Lopes. A nice leaping grab. Snags it out of the air. Davey Lopes showing his hops. Gary Carter, top of the second. And that's an 8 off Seaver. That's strike 3. Seaver blows a fastball by Gary Carter. And that's a double 3s, and that's a batter. Extra effort is going to be a hit by pitch. So Eddie gets hit by the pitch. Second time in 2 games. Here's Zernial. Zernial with a 7 off a Seaver, runner on first. We pull a gamble card. That's a short single. Alert is a sharp ground ball to third base. We're going to try for a double play to Nelly for 1, back to first in time. 5-4-3 double play. Nice turn by Tennis. And it's Tennis up to bat after making a nice play at third. Here's a pitch from Spawn. And that's an 8 off Spawn, and that's a swing and a miss by Tennis. 1 away in the bottom of the second. Here's Rudy York with a 5. York with a little ground ball and through into left field. He's on at first. Here's Rick Burleson. I got Captain Carl all pumped up now. He's getting his cards out. And that's going to be an 8, but it's off the batter. And that is a ground ball. That's going to Wagner. He's going to flip to Lopes, but Rudy York goes in hard and breaks it up. It's going to be a foolish choice. 6-4. And Big McBride. And that's a 9 off McBride. It's a hard ground ball. He's going to retire the side. Murray scoops it, steps on the bag, and we go to the top of the third, just like that. Pretty quick. Tom Seaver versus Kenny Reitz. 1-2-3 inning. That's a 7. That's a fly ball. Left center field, Manning calls off Pearsall for the out. Warren Spahn he's got a dangerous card. That's a 4 off of the Battler card, and that is a sharp ground ball out to the shortstop, Burleson. 2 down. Top of the order. Here comes Honus Wagner. My God, he's a beast. Pitch from Tom Terrific. And that's a 7. That's a gamble with nobody on. What's going to happen here? This is the drama cards, I call them. It's a double on a misjudged shallow fly. Star left fielder or star third baseman pop fly out. See if so Pearsall races in. Oh wait, everybody's a star when Tom Seaver's a tough. So he's going to make a catch in right field, in left field. Pearsall, but Pearsall is also a star anyway. So either way, he makes the catch, and that retires the side. Bottom of the third, Rick Manning, lefty hitter with a 4 off Manning's card. That's a deep fly ball in the gap. Who's going to get that? And Zernial comes out of nowhere and picks it in left center field. Robs Rick Manning of at least a double, if not more. And here's Tom Terrific with an 11 off of Terrific, and that is ball 4. So Spahn, not happy with himself, walks the pitcher. And here's Pearsall. That's a 7 off Pearsall. It's a high fly to left center field. Mantle and Zernial. Mantle calls him off. 2 down. Runner still on first, and here's Nelly Fox. That's a 9 off the pitcher, and that's an infield fly. Honus Wagner makes the catch, and we go to the top of the 4th. This game is moving along. Yeah, we got to see those cards. Take a shot of those cards and send it to Tony Porter over at Facebook. I don't know if you're on Facebook, Captain Carl. But let's see. Davey Lopes is up. Nobody on, and nobody out. Here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a 5, and that's a sharp ground ball to this third baseman, Tennis. Throws high, and oh, nice catch and tag by Keith Hernandez. Hernandez can pick it at first base for sure. Flashing the leather over there. Keith Hernandez won about 7 Gold Gloves, I think. That's going to be an infield fly. Nelly Fox. 2 down. And here's Mickey Mantle. He's a terror. He's a terror. That's a 7. That's a gamble on Mantle. That's a pitcher's motion, and tipping off his breaking ball reduce him to hard luck. Catcher 3 goes to mound to fix problem. No rank reduction. I didn't even know catchers were 3s. But yeah, I don't have a catcher that's a 3. So he's a hard luck. So let's see what the hell that means. Okay. Hard luck pitchers on the mound. No teammate can be a star infielder when runners are on base. Oh, great. History's top fielders remain stars even when. Okay. Pitchers that are both start and appear in relief. Okay. History's finest fielders are labeled are exceptions to the above. So, while hard luck pitchers on the mound, no teammate can be a star when there's runners on base. Okay. Pitchers that both start and appear in relief may have hard luck rating in one capacity, not in the other. Try to remember that. Mickey Mantle. And that is a 4 off of Seaver, and that is a slow ground ball to Hernandez. Flips to Seaver, covering, and that retires the side. Keith Hernandez up. Here's a pitch from Spahn. Oh, that's a foul ball. Let's try that again. And that is a 10 off the pitcher. It's a strikeout. Keith Hernandez. Down swing, 1 out. Gene Tennis with a 9 off of Tennis. That's a hard ground ball to the third baseman, Reeds. Nice scoop. Fires to first. 2 down. And Rudy York. That's a 3 off York, and that's a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Spahn. Seems that he's getting stronger as the game progresses. Top of the 5th, Gary Carter against Tom Terrific. Still no score in this game. We're going to get 2 shutout cards going. We lost our, and that's a 6 off of Carter, and that's a sharp ground ball up the middle, and Nelly Fox gets there, sets his feet, and throws him out. Carter doesn't run well. Here's Eddie Murray. And that's a 5. It's a sharp ground ball. Pull to Hernandez. Nice scoop. Steps on the bag. 2 down. And Zernial. Gus Zernial. And that's double twos. Double twos off the batter is going to be strike 3. Receiver blows a fastball by Zernial. So we've got double donuts out here. And it's the bottom of the 5th, Rick Burleson. And that's a 6 off Burleson's card. It's a slow ground ball. Davey Lopes on top of it. 1 down. McBride. That's a 10 off McBride's card, and that is going to be it's a lefty versus lefty. So he loses the base hit. Nice catch by the right fielder, Dwight Evans. Looked like he was going to drop in there, and Dewey came out of nowhere to rob him of a single. Ooh, snake eyes. Rick Manning. And that's going to be against the pitcher. It's going to be a double. In the gap, falls in there. Manning with good speed around first into second base. Here's a throw, slides in under the tag. And now it's Seaver with an 8 off the pitcher, and that's strike 3, and that retires the side. So Seaver's allowed only one hit, one hit, no runs. And by the 7th, they both once they get to the shutouts in the 7th, they become. We use the shutout card. Let me look at the shutout card rules. I don't know. I think it's the 7th inning. Do they have to complete the 7th, or is it the start of the 7th? You guys remember for the shutout cards? Can't remember. If I stay up all night playing games, I'm going to have to call in sick tomorrow. Take half the day. Get up and play some more. I can't remember if it's the 7th inning. You got to complete the 7th or you get to the 7th. I'll find out. Radar stealing bases. Rare events. That's free agent. Time travel. Reliever's edge. Shutout promotion. When a pitcher has shutout intact at the beginning of the 7th inning, replace it with the shutout card. Cool. That's fun. All right. Let's see what happens. I like that. Kenny Reitz against Tom Seaver. Nobody out. Top of the 6th. And that's going to be a 6 on Reitz's card, and that's a hard hit ground ball to shortstop Burleson. 1 down. Warren Spahn with a 4 off Seaver, and that is a slow grounder charged by Tennis. Barehands it. Throw to first and in time. High throw, but nice stretch by Hernandez at first. 2 out. And Honus Wagner, who's 0 for 2 today. And he's going to be a gamble card here with none on. And he's now with none on. Let's see, bad weather, delay for up to 1 hour, replace pitchers and resume workhorse, stays in the game. Okay. So there's a delay, and then we continue. That's an 8, and that is a slow grounder back to Seaver after a long delay. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Jimmy Pearsall, pitch from Spahn. It's a 5 off Spahn. And that's chopped to short. Wagner charges in. Throws him out. Nelly Fox. That's a 9er, and that's a roller to the shortstop. 2 down. And here's Keith Hernandez. That's a 6 off the pitcher. And that's ripped to second base. Lopes throws him out, and that retires the side. Easy inning for Spahn. All right, so, and what did I say it was again? I forget. Losing my memory. It's all the way at the back end. It is, they call it shutout promotion. When a pitcher has shutout intact at the beginning of the 7th inning. Okay. So, Tom Seaver is going to have a shutout card. Where are the cards? So, a shutout card for Tom Terrific. and then a shutout card for Spawn as well. So double shutout cards. All right, here's Lopes, and that's an 11. It's going to be off Lopes, and that is a single. And Lopes has a good jump. And there he goes. Throw down, not in time. Stolen base for Lopes. That puts a runner on second base here for Dwight Evans. And we're going to walk Dwight Evans intentionally. Mickey to face Mickey Mantle. That's kind of crazy, right? You know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to face Dwight Evans and walk Mantle if we can. That's a 7. That's a high fly center field. Manning under it, 1 away. Now we're going to walk Mantle. Intentional walk to Mantle. First and second, here's Gary Carter. Pitch from the shutout card. That's an 8. That's a strikeout. Huge strikeout for Tom Seaver. Reaches back for a little extra. And we are in the top of the 7th. No score. Both pitchers have 2 hitters going. But the dudes are threatening here with runners on first and second and 2 outs. And here's Eddie Murray. He's a switch hitter batting from the left side against Tom Terrific. Both pitchers using shutout cards. And that's an 11, and that is trouble. That's a ball that's driven in the gap, and that's going to drop in there. So 1 runner scores. Faster daring at first base. Is Mantle faster daring? Mickey should be fast, and he's going to score. And that is 2-0. Eddie Murray. Oh. With a clutch double. And it's Gus Zernial. And I guess the shutout card is over. Let's see what it says. It says I should remove the shutout card right now. 2-0. Dudes, when the shutout is broken, regardless, revert the pitcher to his normal flash card. To what? Yeah, it's a normal flash card. Okay. So pitcher's done there, and that's a 4, and a 4 is a slow ground ball to Burleson over to first, and that retires the side. All right, it's 2-0. Dudes, bottom of the 7th. Gene Tennis with an 11 off Tennis, and that is ball 4. Rudy York with good power. And that's an 8 off York, which is probably a strikeout off the batter, and it is a strikeout. Rick Burleson. Pitch from Spahn with a runner on first. That's a 6 off Burleson. That's a slow ground ball. And this is going to be runner's advance. We're on second base now for Bake McBride. And that's a 7 off McBride. It's a high fly to right field. Dwight Evans to retire the side. We go to the top of the 8th. Seaver's still in there. It's 2-0. Dudes. Big hit was a 2-run, 2-out double by Eddie Murray. And that's Snake Eyes against the batter, and that's a deep drive off the bat of Reitz into left center field. Back goes Pearsall to the track, and that's out of here. 3-0. Home run for Kenny Reitz. And Sworn Spahn with a 10, and that's a strikeout. 1 away. Top of the 8th, 3-0. Dudes. Honus Wagner with an 8. That's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks by Seaver after the home run. And that's an 11 off the batter card. It's a little ground ball and through into center field. So Lopes is on with a single. And again, always a threat to steal. The next batter is Dwight Evans. There goes Lopes. The throw down from York. Not in time. steals the base. And it's Dwight Evans with 2 out. Pitch from Seaver. Oh, that's a double 6. That is going to be off the batter, and that's a short single. Will the runner score on that? I believe with 2 outs he scores on that. With 2 outs of daring, and I believe Lopes is daring, he will score. Yeah, he is. He does score. No. It's a single, and a run scores 4-0. And here's Mickey Mantle. And that's a 3. It's a deep fly ball to right center field. On the run is Manning. Will he get there? Yes, he does. Rick Manning with a great catch. It's in right center field. To retire Mantle. We're in the bottom of the 8th now, 4-0. Dudes. Leading off is going to be Rick Manning. Then we're going to get a pinch hitter. And we'll get a... who are we going to pinch hit with? Terry Fox is going to come in. We don't have a lot of great hitters pinch hitting, but they're all better than the pitcher. They're bringing Bob Baylor. So we're going to do Manning first. Here's the pitch. Spahn has a shutout, so we're using a shutout card. That's a 6. That's a ground ball. Fielded by Spahn. Over to first. 1 down. Here's Bob Baylor. Terry Fox is going to be here. All right, let's pop in Baylor. So Seaver's out for the day. His day is over. Dominant during the first part of the game, but then struggled towards the end. Let's add Bob Baylor because I don't see him. So Bob Baylor is going to pinch hit. There he is. Here's the pitch, and that is a 6. Doubles. So we're going to pull a card. It's going to be off the pitcher. And 3-3 is going to be ball 4. So we got a runner. That's a good thing. Bob Baylor draws a walk. He's on at first. Jimmy Pearsall. It's a 6 off Pearsall. It's a slow ground ball. This is just going to advance the runner. It'll be a 6-3. Runner to second. Nellie Fox. Pitch from Spahn. That's a double 4s. And from the pitcher, double 4s is a strikeout. And here's Keith Hernandez. Oh, that was the 3rd out. Okay, so it's the top of the 9th inning, and it's Gary Carter. We're going to get a new pitcher. It's going to be Terry Fox. Let's write him in. He blew the game earlier today. Gave up a grand slam. Terry Fox took the loss. All right, and that's going to be a 7. We're going to pull a card for Gary Carter. And it's needling by bench jockeys is unnerving. The pitcher, reduce him to hard luck. Tough pitcher gets meaner. Elevate him to both ace and dangerous. Okay, so the batter's going to be... All right, so then the tough pitcher, the opposing pitcher becomes an ace and dangerous at bat. Gary Carter. And that's an 8. That's a ground ball. Third baseman. Tennis throws him out, 1 away. Top of the 9th, 4-0 Dudes. That's a 9. It's an infield fly for Burleson. Not for Burleson, for, wait a second. Yeah, for Burleson. Had a brain cramp. And that's Gus Zernial. Zernial is 0 for 3 today. 2 outs, top of the 9th. And that's double 4s. We're going to pull a card. That's going to be off the pitcher, and that's a strikeout. That retires a side. So easy inning for a guy who gave up a grand slam in the game earlier today. Keith Hernandez leading it off against a shutout card. Warren Spahn with a two-hitter. He pitched a one-hitter against the Chomskys earlier today. Now he's pitching a two-hitter. So I don't know what it is with Spahn, but I can't. So this is going to be off the pitcher in 11. That's going to be a ground ball and through into center field for a base hit. So Hernandez muscled one through. Here's Gene Tennis. And that's a 7, but that'll be off Tennis. And that's a fly ball. Left center field. All right. And here's Rudy York. Thanks to Ivan for sending me the original rules. I rather use the original rules. That's a 10 off of the batter. Oh, an 11 would have been a home run. That's going to be a short single, and it is. What's going to happen with a short single? It's runners advance 2 bases for daring. No, he's not daring. So runner advances 1 base. So 1 out, first and second. And who's coming up? Rick Burleson. Here's a pitch, and that is an 8 off the pitcher. That's a strikeout. 4-0 Dudes. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 9th. The Chomskys are down to their last out. Make McBride, 309 hitter. That's from the left side. Here's the pitch from Warren Spahn. And that's a 6. That's a slow ground ball. Loeb's charging. Throws him out, and that retires the side. And that is the ball game. So again, Warren Spahn, best, Tom Terrific. Holy Toledo. Spahn 2 hits the Chomsky. Oh, no, wait. 4 hits the Chomskys. And he's going to get the win again. He's 2-0 against the Chomskys. And Seaver's 0-2 facing the Dudes. And I'll give you the line score. It was the Dudes with 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. The Chomskys with no runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 7 left on base. And this is the Night Owl Show. And that's going to be it for me, guys. I am done. I am exhausted. And I just don't know that Tom Seaver can beat Warren Spahn. Warren Spahn is a beast. I mean, Spahn is only worth 3 stars, or rather $3 bills, which is like 3 billion or 3 trillion or whatever the hell you want it to be. But he's a workhorse. He's an ace. So he gets as an ace, he gets all kind of advantages. These are things that I gotta mentally simplify them in my brain so I can memorize them, at least some part of it. Ace pitchers on the mound, the rap symbol always triggers an infield lineout. When runners are on base, all fielders are star rated. With runners on base, an ace pitcher turns all pressure plays into strikeouts. I do that anyway. The ace rank cannot be canceled. A pitcher rated an ace cancels an opponent's tough rank. When an ace leaves the game, an opposing pitcher's tough rank is restored. Pitchers that both start and appear in relief, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty straightforward. The only thing that throws me off is when it says, certain things are canceled. They're not canceled on the gamble cards. I guess they're canceled in other circumstances. But on the gamble cards, they still apply. That's the thing that throws me off a little bit. So, because then where does it not get canceled? Is there anything on these? Because it's got alert. It doesn't say anything about stars here. That's the thing. Oh, here's one. On a hit run chart, any star rated second base, shortstop, or third base makes a leap and catch. So that would be canceled out. But that's the only one I see. That's why I'm not too sure where else it would apply, because it doesn't. If all the cancellations don't apply to the gamble cards, and that's where it comes out 90% of the time, it's a real minimum effect of being an ace or being tough. The good thing is that when there's runners on base, everybody becomes a star, which improves everybody's feeling. But an ace nullifies the tough pitcher. So then I guess that doesn't apply anymore. So nobody would be a star. So if you pull a gamble card and it says star player, nobody's a star unless he's actually a star. If he's actually a star, it supersedes the cancellation because of the grade. But if he's not a star, he isn't a star because the ace would cancel the tough. Anyway, something like that. Let's see what we got here. We got gamble cards looking good. I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to go hit the sack, turn on YouTube, probably watch a couple of these games. Lately, I've been watching Fall Classic Baseball. They got a sale now on PDFs. I didn't want to get their PDFs because they don't have lines, but I'm just printing out the lines on the back and then cutting it that way. Now I can get 3 seasons for $40 versus $80 a season, which would be, what, $240. So what do I rather pay, $40 or $240? And I have a good printer. I got all the ink I could want. Just I don't want to use color ink, that's for sure. And I don't want to use, I don't want it to finish because then I gotta, when you're doing 100 sheets, and the thing with Fall Classic, they give you 40, 50 players per team. That's nuts. So you got to print out a lot of cards. Anyway, I shuffled these real good. Let's clean this up for tomorrow. So I don't have much power at the bottom of the lineup. That's one thing that I noticed. Once you get to the bottom of the lineup, I have like singles hitters. Big McBride does have a little power though. He can put one out. He's got a home run at 1-1. He's got a blue triple. So I'm happy with him at the bottom of the lineup. The guy that doesn't really do very much is Burleson, but I have him there for defense, really. You need a good defensive shortstop. So that's critical. If you don't have a defensive shortstop, you're cooked. He's a star shortstop 3. So I'm going to have to print out another game because it's hard. I can't beat this team. So I'm going to play 2 more games with this team, see if I can get a couple. At least it'd be nice to split the series. And then I'll build another team, and I'll play some more exhibition games that way. Big thing to do is there are the runners on base and you are doing a fielding play. Always check the pitcher ace, tough, fiery, and hard luck ratings. Yeah, got to do that, David. Tough visiting pitchers are canceled by tough home pitchers with the star on base results. Yes, except not on the gamble. Not if the guy's a star. If the fielder's really a star, he's not going to get canceled. He doesn't get the credit for having everybody a star because he's tough, because he lost that tough rating, from how I understand it. Anyway, guys, 2:35, so I'm taking off. This is CP Cards and Dice TV. Hope you enjoyed the presentation of Time Travel Baseball. And Tom Seaver loses it to Honus Wagner, who pitches a 4-hitter. 4-hit shutout. The second shutout. He's pitched 18 shutout innings against the Chomskys. And Roberto Clemente's out for 2 more games. And that's about it. And we're going to get set for the morning. We're going to play a game. I don't know what we'll play. Will we play this? Who knows? We may play this. Orange Spawn is there. And we'll rubber band all these up. Just tidy this up a little bit to get out of here. When I get some water, I'm going to hit the sack. Sure, little by little, I'm learning to get a little bit better, making sense of it. And in the morning, I got August 27th. I got Seaver facing Chicago, 1967. I've got about 6 more games to complete the replay, the 67 replay. So that'll be a blast. So I say I bid everyone, I think that I might do a draft with an all-time managers and have a mini season with them. Sounds good to me. I take pictures of your cards, man, and come on the group, time travel group, and show us those classic cards. We'd love to see them. Can't believe this company's been around for 40 years. This is CP Cards and Dice. Have a great night.